It was supposed to be the best Halloween party of the year. Jules Martin, 18, hosted it at her parents' lake house late at huge and completely unsupervised. A dozen friends arrived in costume, drinks flowed, music blared, and the roared. But no one noticed who brought the mask. It just appeared on the coffee table sometime after midnight. Old porcelain, slightly cracked, shaped into a perfect wide smile. No eyes, just black slits. The kind of thing you couldn't look away from, like it was smiling at you. And through you, dare you to try it on, laughed Raffi, the class clown. Already half drunk, he slipped the mask over his face. The room quieted. For a second, he stood there, silent. Still, then he started laughing. But it didn't sound like him. It was too high, too sharp. Raffi yanked the mask off, gasping. Everyone laughed, but Jules noticed something was wrong. Raffi's smile hadn't dropped. It stayed exactly the same as the mask's fixed. Too wide. Bro, you good? Someone asked. Raffi nodded, still grinning better than ever. But passed the mask around like a joke. Each person put it on for a few seconds, laughed, danced, posed. But as the night went on, the laughter soured. Raffi stood alone in the corner, still grinning, eyes blank. Cam, the quiet girl, started muttering to herself, scratching at her skin. Mason, usually shy, got aggressive, grabbing drinks and growling at anyone who looked at him. Jules avoided the mask. Something in her stomach told her not to touch it. By 2 a.m. the party felt off. Most people had left. Only 5 remained. Jules, Raffi, Cam, Mason, and a girl named Ella, and the mask that sat on the kitchen island now. No one remembered placing it there. Let's burn it, Jules said. The others turned to her in unison. Same smile, same dead eyes. I don't think it wants that, Cam said sweetly. Then she lunged. Jules grabbed a fire poker and swung it wildly, backing toward the patio. Cam shrieked and collapsed, convulsing on the floor. Raffi and Mason stood still, watching Jules' heads tilted in unison. She ran into the woods, into darkness. Behind her, laughter echoed, growing louder, that same high, sharp tone, like it wasn't coming from them anymore, but from the mask itself. Jules didn't stop running until the laughter faded into the trees. She collapsed behind a fallen log, chest heaving, heart jackhammering in her ribs. Something had taken them, Raffi, Cam, Mason, something inside the mask, and now it was wearing them like skin. She waited in the woods until sunrise. No one came looking, no one screamed, no one screamed, no one screamed, no one moved. When she finally crept back toward the lake house, the air was eerily still. No birds, no breeze. Even the fire pit had gone cold. Inside the house was silent. The kitchen light flickered, and on the island, the mask waited, still smiling. Jules tiptoed past it, looking for the others. She found Raffi in the hallway, just standing facing the wall. Raffi, she whispered. He turned slowly. His smile hadn't changed. The same curved, perfect grin. The same hollow eyes. He opened his mouth, but instead of words, a crackling sound came out like broken glass grinding on metal. Jules ran. In the living room, Cam and Mason sat on the couch, hands folded neatly in their laps, smiling straight ahead. The TV wasn't on, but they stared as if watching something anyway. Ella lay on the floor, still pale, the mask beside her. She put it on last. Jules picked up a bottle of lighter fluid from under the sink and doused the mask. Her hands shook as she struck a match and dropped it. The mask didn't burn. It absorbed the fire like it was feeding on it. Then it laughed, not out loud, inside her head. A whisper soaked in sugar and venom. Smile, Jules. It's your turn. Now. She didn't remember putting it on. She only remembered the feeling. Warm, euphoric, like sinking into a warm bath of static. All fear drained away. Her lips pulled upward and stayed. Jules dropped to her knees. Behind her, the others stood, together now, all of them smiling. When police arrived 2 days later, after reports of weird noises, they found the house empty. The floors were clean. No signs of a party, just a porcelain mask on the table, smiling, waiting.